Hey everyone, welcome. My name is Mike Doyle. Thank you for joining me. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a quick overview of PawnMate and how it's going to be able to grow your business and save you a ton of time. So just quickly, let's go dig right into it. So this is the home screen. This is the screen that you'll see when you log in at your store. Now, what we'll notice is that you'll see this remote login here. What we allow you to do is lock down the logins to store level. And as management and ownership, you could be on the other side of the world logged in and look at what's going on at your store. So you can be on the beach, you can be at home, you can be at an event, a trade show, log in and see in real time what's going on. And for employees, they can only log in at store level. So let's quickly go over it. You can see that we pull the spot pricing every 30 minutes from the market. You see the favorites tab here. The favorites tab is a quick link into certain aspects of the platform. So just to give a real quick links. Users, this is where you'll add all your users. You'll give them the permission levels. And our system is driven by a PIN system. So you don't have to worry about logging out, logging in, logging out, logging in. Every transaction is driven by a 4-digit PIN number. Okay. In the admin section, this is where you change practically everything in the system to fit your store and how you operate your store. My profile is your store profile. Support is where you can access support videos and training and your backup data and all the equipment that you'll need. And speaking of equipment quickly, we typically don't have to order new equipment when you run PawnMate. And so there's a lot of savings with that aspect because the equipment is, you have a basic printer, HP printer, whatever it is, and you could actually utilize it here with PawnMate. And then you have a logout screen. At the very top here, you see the action buttons, which I'll go through in a quick second. So right now we're on the home screen, and on the home screen, you'll see your daily numbers here. These are daily numbers. So if you log in tomorrow, let's say you've done transactions today, you'll see how many pawns, buys, retail sales you've done. And if you log in tomorrow, these numbers will be zeroed out. Okay, so they're just daily tallies of what's going on. Now, what's really cool is if you have multiple locations, you can sort by location, you can sort by employee, you can sort by transaction type, you can sort by date, and then you can expand all. So when I do a quick loan, I'm going to come back to the home screen, and then you're going to actually see the transactions appear. Okay. At the very right-hand side, you'll see we have a chat feature. So you could literally chat with your internal employees. DVDs today only. Put in the PIN number and then click save. Or you can do, a task list, right? And then you put in the task list, put in your PIN number, and then everyone understands what they need to do. Okay. Below that, you'll see notifications. So this is where we load up notifications. So we offer a seamless integration with your online store, a branded online e-commerce store that you got two options. One, you can either run it in catalog mode, which just shows the product, the price, but someone cannot make a purchase. They have to actually contact the store. Or you can have it a full-fledged e-commerce store where you have payment processing and shipping out. Okay, so if someone goes onto your online store or your website and asks a question, it's going to post it here. So you can tell right now I have one e-com buyer question. Now that's going to happen for your online store as well as your eBay and mobile app. So you can see here someone made a sale. So it says e-commerce, it's a local pickup sale. And then we have someone that made a redemption on a mobile app, 2 redemptions. And then you can see they made an extension or renewal here. Below you'll see recent activity, so all your employees that are logged in, you'll see the last time they logged in and their activity level. And then you'll see the daily inventory log. So whatever piece of inventory is touched that day is going to log right here. And that's just to give total transparency that whatever you do in the system, it's being tracked and logged. So it's a great tummy comfort for ownership and managers. Okay, so let's dig in. Let's go to the checkout screen. Now the checkout screen is sectioned off into really 2 areas. One is the checkout total area where you can scan an item. So you can scan a retail item or type in the barcode in that scan item box. You can scan a ticket, your pawn ticket, your redemption ticket, everything is driven by this scan item here. We have the PIN number, so I'm going to just put my PIN number in right now. Sales tax for retail sales is all set up in the admin section, so you can create your own tax codes for your state or for your province. You have a discount threshold, again, set in the admin section. So if you want to allow, max 5% discount for employees, they could do that. Now, if someone wants to give a 6% discount, that's over your threshold. So then a manager PIN would have to be put in order to authorize that. This little comment section here is just a free form type. You have this referral. This is just for tracking, so we track on per transaction. So we'll know that a customer came in from a billboard advertisement, or from an employee referral, or from a Facebook ad, and this is all based on transactions. So the one customer may come in based on a Facebook ad, and then that same customer may come in based on a TV advertisement, for example. So you get to track that. You can send an e-receipt free of charge to anyone in that processes the transaction and that has an email in their customer profile. All these tenders here, the cash, debit, credit card, gift card, e-payment, finance, store credit, that is all in the admin section. So if you don't offer store credit, you can turn that off. Or if you don't offer financing, you can turn that off so you don't see it here. The next section is the customer section. So from this section here, you could either look up a customer or add a new customer. Right now, I'm just going to click, if you wanted to add a new customer, you just click Add New. And then you can scan the back of a driver's license 2D barcode. And what's going to happen is going to populate the information that is on that driver's license. Now, you can either set it up by default as an individual, but you can actually add a company or an FFL dealer as well. Below is where you add the IDs, so you can just choose an ID, put in the ID number and the expiration date, and you could take a pic as well. So you can take a pic with a webcam or take a pic with a regular camera, load it on your hard drive, and upload it at a later time. Okay. For expiration date, you're going to get a notification 30 days prior. So if a customer comes in and you pull it up, it's going to alert you that the expiration date is coming due. So that keeps all the IDs up to date. You also have a cash customer to utilize as well if you wanted to do that. We have a warning flag, block flag, and a check ID flag. So a warning flag is just that. It's going to turn the customer profile red and give you a warning. Maybe you have to check ID, or maybe you just have to be suspicious or cautious of that customer. And a block flag is just that. That customer is blocked. So if they come in and try to do a transaction, it's not going to allow them to do a transaction. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly look up a customer. So you can look up by first name, last name, birth date, ID number, or you can scan the back of a driver's license. So here is the customer profile. Again, if I wanted to edit and put a warning flag, I can go ahead and put a warning flag. You can see now it turns red, and the note section down here is red as well. Let's go edit, or I won't be able to do it. What I want to do here, so I'm just going to unclick that, click save. You can see I have a store credit, so this is where you manage the store credits as well. Really, really cool. The last time I visited, so it gives us some information here. The last time I visited, my actual redemption percentage, all the pawns, buys, and retail items I've done. Here's just a quick snapshot of today. If I wanted to redeem everything as of today's date, it's going to cost 16 grand. If I wanted to extend everything as of this date, it's going to be 3,200. Okay. Now, if you want more information about Mike, you can go ahead and click this customer history. And in the customer history, this is where you'll see all the open pawns, all the pulled pawns, all the extensions or renewals we've done, all the redemptions. And here's a really quick way to redeem or to repawn an item. So you guys all know this. You have customers that come in and bring in the same item time and time again. All you really need to do is click redemption and then expand all, find the item that you want to repawn, click the repawn button, go back to current items, and there we are ready to either repawn, or let's say now they want to sell us the item, and you can actually choose over to buy the item. Okay, really, really quick. way to repawn. So if you want, again, what I wanted to mention is if you wanted more information about Mike, you can click Stats here. And then you have all this information about Mike. So any defaults, percentages based on 3 categories, all the profit, cost on Mike, returns, retail, all that stuff. Okay. So that is quick customer history. Now, if I want to do a quick search here, I can really search my sellable inventory. So I can go, sellable inventory, how many cameras do I have? If I wanted to search pawns, how many pawn cameras do I have in pawn? I can go ahead and do that as well. So that's a really cool search feature. You can search any inventory ID number as well, and it will come up. So let's see if I have sellable. I'm just going to check quickly. It's my inventory number. No, about 201. I don't have any. Okay, so I'm going to go back to current items and I'm going to write up a quick loan for you guys. I'm going to add an item. Let's go camera. Let's go camera. It tells me right now 71 sellable. I'll show if you guys want to see that. So it tells you right away what's in stock. Okay. T2I. Now, just quickly, what's really cool is with our stolen database. So what happens is if a customer calls your store and says, hey, something was stolen, can you keep an eye out for me? In the admin section, you can actually load up, type in all the information, and if that item comes in and you did report it stolen, then this little alert will come up if that serial number is punched in, which is a really cool feature. You can put a note in the field. Maybe it comes with a bag. This cannon comes with a bag or a scratch lens or a tripod. You can go ahead and add that note. You can allocate it to a department now, or you can wait until, at the end of the day, go into a bucket list that we call and just allocate those items to different departments. If I don't know what to offer on this or what they're selling for, I can click this little search box here and I can go to eBay, Amazon, local. Local is going to give you what you've taken it in for and what you've sold for in the past. So let's just go to eBay, see what they're selling for right now. Okay, so 153. These are all sold listings, by the way, so this is what has been sold. So 153. 299. All right, so I'm gonna go back here and I'm just gonna go 50 bucks. Okay, so now I'm ready to process this loan. So I can go ahead and click process. Now, depending on the tickets you print, so what you're going to see here is you're going to see the PawnMate standard ticket, but we integrate and print on Burrell tickets as well. So if that's what you're used to, don't worry about it. We have that functionality. Okay, so there's our pawn ticket here. And I could print a sticker if I wanted to put on the item, which I'll do. There you go. So now this is the item. And we just did our first pawn. So I'm going to go back to the home screen and going to show you here is the pawn. If I click on it or expand all, it's going to show me some details. Now, I didn't add an image, but I could have added an image to this transaction at the same time as I'm processing. Okay, so if I want to go back to the checkout screen, here's a real cool thing that you could do. So someone comes in to actually, redeem that loan. You scan the barcode or type in this number, and you're going to have all the information pull up. So you're going to have the customer information pull up, and then the pawn transaction, what they want to do. Maybe they want to redeem it. Right now, it's just going to give me an alert because it's within 30 days. I click OK. Now, here's what's really special. You don't have to go and click through multiple screens to do multiple transactions. You can do all transactions all at once on this one screen. So, for example, they want to redeem this pawn. That's cool. But what happens if they come in and they want another loan on another product? So let's say they're bringing in a bicycle. They have 3 sellable, BMX, right? That's cool. So they can do a pawn. Now, what happens if they want to sell me something too? I can go ahead and click buy. So they want to sell me electronics. To sellable. Right, and I'm going to buy it for $50. Now, what happens if they're walking around the store and they want to buy something as well? You can go ahead and click Add Retail Item or scan it if it's in inventory, and go ahead and fill in, I don't know, whatever. All right. And it's $75. Now let's say they want to put it on layaway. So you can go ahead and click layaway. You can go ahead and put in all the layaway information. So let's say it's 30 days. Let's say it's 15 days, and you only require, 25% or 20% or 30%. That's all set up in the admin section. But another cool thing is, let's say on this collectible dagger, I want to sell them a warranty. I can go ahead and quickly sell a warranty as well. Okay, now what's going to happen is when I click process, you're going to get a pawn ticket, a buy ticket, a redemption ticket, and a retail sales with a layaway, all on the same transaction. So you're going to get all different tickets, but able to process everything on the screen. Really, really, really cool, right? Fast way of doing it. So now what I'm going to do, I'm not going to process it, but just let you know this is a quick and fast way to process transactions. The next is our jewelry tab. This is where if you want to give a jewelry estimate, you go ahead and fill in all the information that has come in for the metal. So let's say it's a ring. Like for bracelets, we have the actual bracelet type. You can say yellow gold. You can choose the purity. Weight in grams. Now you can change that to penny weights as well in the admin section, and this is the size is just a freeform type. So you can go ahead depending on the pricing structure you have. So you can do it on percentage of market value or fixed value that you determine. Okay. Now if this is a scrap piece of metal, you click scrap. It's going to be loaded into the noted as a scrap piece of inventory. Okay. Now you can do pawns or buys. Let's say it's a ring. You can go ahead and choose, and you can just build up the item, right? And then let's say I'm happy with that. I can click Add Jewelry. It's going to bring it over to the checkout screen, and now you see this jewelry is all ready to go. Okay. Now if the customer is just kicking tires, gets an estimate, and then comes back, you can quickly pull up that estimate here, and then you can just add to checkout, and it's going to bring it back over to the checkout screen. I'll just bring it back over to the checkout screen to show you. So here's the two jewelries that we just did. Okay, really, really cool. Firearms is the same thing, pawn and buy. You fill in all the information, click add firearm, and then add to checkout. Now, if you're offering repairs, so if you want to repair items, you can go ahead and repair customers' items. They bring it in, let's say a phone or a piece of jewelry or something like that. Or you could take it from your own inventory. So if an item is broken from your inventory, you can actually manage the whole repair process from your inventory as well. Okay, so that is typically, that's the checkout screen. That's a high overview of the checkout screen. I'm going to go back to the items. Let's say I didn't want to do that, don't 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 want to do that, and don't want to do that. Okay, awesome. The next screen that I'm going to show is the customer screen. Now, I looked up the customer on the checkout screen, but you also can look up the customers from the customer screen. So if you wanted to do that, you could. So you just go over to the customer, you can search your customer, find them, and then you can just click this little checkout button, and what's going to happen is going to bring it over to the checkout screen. Okay. At the customer screen as well, you can actually create an email list. So you can actually sort by date of birth. So a lot of clients will like to send them an email for their birthday. Hey, happy birthday. Here's 10% off. Come on in. Or here's, 15-day free interest, 30-day free interest. Come on in. And so this is a great way to create your email list. The next screen is the transactions screen. This is where all the transactions will load up for the day. Now you have all the filter options here by different transaction types. You can sort by the transaction number or ticket number. You can sort by employees. You can sort by locations. You can see the sales log. You can see the store credit log. This is where you also do voids. So you just click an item, click the void comment, and do a quick rewrite, which again, everyone loves this. So I'm going to do a void. Yes, I want to void it. And now I'm going to do a quick rewrite. Rewrite is just bring that transaction back over. Let's say we made an error. It's not supposed to be a pawn. It's supposed to be a buy, and it's not supposed to be $50. It's supposed to be $65. Then go ahead, process the transactions. So I just voided that transaction and did a quick rewrite on that transaction, and that was relatively fast. Okay, so this is just all that. We did a buy instead. I don't need to print a ticket. I go back to the home screen just to show you, and you can see that now I did the pawn. I voided it out, and I did a rewrite on a buy. Okay, and if you cruise down below in the daily inventory log, you can see the transactions occur here for the inventory. Layaways, this is where you manage all the layaways that you have. Again, all the sort features. You can look up a customer here, a sales ID, what's active, what's paid in full, what's canceled, and you can see the payment date. So anything that is obviously in red is past the due date. If I wanted to go ahead and bring this over to the checkout, I just click that button, click checkout. And it's going to bring over the layaway item where I can either put a comment, I can add a fee, and I can make a payment, or I can make I can put a cancel in there. Okay, really, really cool way. Or you can go into, look up the customer, go in the customer history, and look at retail sales and layaways there as well. Okay, so if I wanted to do that, I can go customer history, retail sales, and then you can see if there's any layaway. So you can see this is a layaway here. Okay. If I wanted to make a payment on that layaway, I just click the sales ID number, and it brings it over to the checkout screen. Okay. The next is the pull list. So this is where all the forfeited items are landing. This is where you can add inventory items. This is where you can manage your scrap bin. You can take a look at your inventory log. You can do a printable report. You have all the filters up at the top here. So right here I have one item that I can price out that has been forfeited. You can do a bulk pull if you wanted to. I just have one item. I'm just going to go over here, click the inventory ID number, brings it over to the inventory screen, put the employee pin on, price it out at $150. I can do another quick lookup to see what if the prices have changed. This is where I can print a regular sales sticker as well, or a jewelry barbell rat tail sticker. I can transfer state type, so from sellable to non-sellable, or from sellable to confiscated. That sort of thing is all done here. And if I'm ready to price this item out, I just click save. You can see the inventory log has changed. And what I could do, I printed a sticker. So here's the actual sticker that will go on the item. We have price codes. You can do PawnMate standard codes, or you can create your own code. So right now this one says it's been in 1 day, it's a pawn, I loaned out $65, and these are just random characters. Okay, so this is the item number. Inventory ID number, I should say. And so I'm just going to use that in a few moments. But what I want to do is I want to take this item and I want to place it on my e-commerce site in eBay. So all I have to do is click Marketplaces. Already e-commerce and eBay is selected. If I want to add photos, I can go ahead and add additional photos. I'm just going to put in my PIN number. I'm going to say it's local pickup only. Whoops, local pickup only. It's a featured product. I don't have to fill in the information here. And then I can go ahead and post listing. If I want to do eBay, I just cruise down eBay. Everything, again, the template is all set up in the admin section. The payment, the terms, all that is set up in the admin section. You just have to choose if it's going to be an auction, fixed pricing, and that sort of thing. So you can tell if you currently sell on eBay, this is very similar to the way you post on eBay now. Okay, so right now I just want to show you the e-com, so I'm just going to click submit. post was successful. If I wanted to preview that post, I can go ahead and click preview. And it's going to go to my branded online store where now it's ready for sale. Or if it's in catalog mode, you can actually just, it's not going to say add to cart, it's just going to say view, and so you'll have a pick, all your picks, the price, and any product details. Now if I wanted to ask a question about that, I'm going to go ahead and ask a question. Let me go. Just to show you the full integration. Hi Mike, and click submit. And I'm going to go back over to PawnMate. I'm going to go to my home screen. And I'm going to show you now I have 2 e-commerce buyer questions. So I'm going to click it. Here's the one, hi Mike, and then I go, hi Bob. Now you can post that publicly so everyone can see it on the product page, or you can post it privately, which will be an email that will get sent out to that customer. Let's do it publicly just so you can see. Punch in my PIN number, click post, answer was sent, go back to my e-com, continue. Now, you know, we also integrate, you just saw that, we also integrate with a lot of third-party integrators to drive more leads and sales from your website, such as this online chat form, as well as that little pop-up to collect email addresses, and that's the power of building a huge list where you communicate. So just going back down here, we have questions and answers. So here it is, automatically streamlined, fast response. Okay, really cool. So here you go, wait before you go. So as soon as I put my cursor up the top, it pops up, says, hey, wait before you go, get 20% off coupon code sent to your inbox immediately. That's cool. Okay. So again, this is part of our offering is this online branded store that's fully integrated with your inventory and your software. Okay. So let's go back over here. So that's the pull list quickly. The next is repairs. This is where you manage all repairs that you're doing. So don't have to go into the great detail. This is the marketplace. These are all your listings on eBay and e-commerce that you're managing. The till is where you're going to manage the tills. So when you're doing your opens, you can do your opens based on a whole amount. So let's say you just want to, deposit $2,500, or you can go denomination and get really granular in that and count your denominations for opening and closing. In the reports, there's a ton of reports that you have access to make sure that your business is running effectively and efficiently. I'm not going to go in detail right now. If you want to, please contact me and we can do just a whole webinar on reports. Okay, so you have general, financial, inventory. So if I go to financial quickly, you can see I have income, cash flow, principal, pawns, buys, redemption, vault value, retail, checks, all that here. Inventory, same type of deal. I can sort by all inventory. So if I just want to go jewelry, I can now, if I wanted to, I can really narrow down how much gold in 9K purity, get the report. I don't know if I have anything. Oh, okay, it shows me really the inventory items here. If I want to click the inventory stats, I can go ahead and see exactly what I have. Right, really cool. If I want everything, so let's just go back up, just show all, get report. You can see all, and then I can get the inventory stats. So how many do I have? That sort of thing. Okay. You can also see by vendor as well, and if it's consignment or not. Okay. Really cool. Police reporting. This is where all the police reporting is done. Customers. So you have the customers here that you can sort. You can see all the notifications. You can do an analysis. You can have an open pawn value, so your top customers and the amount value that they have and how many loans they have outstanding. Quickly into compliance here, we have the IRS 8300 as well as suspicious activity report. Okay. The next is the search screen. This is where you can really search everything within the system. So if I wanted to search by inventory, I can go ahead and search inventory. If I want to search by name, I can search by name. It's going to bring it up. If I want to search, white gold, white gold, go ahead and search white gold. If I want to know how much 10K I have, it's going to go ahead and do that. Okay, and so that is really a search screen. It's the fuzzy quick search that we like to call it. Just before I let you go, I know I promised 30 minutes, but here is just the admin section. Now, depending on what area you're at, you can really customize pretty much everything in this system to fit what you're doing. So, for example, just quickly, you can change the language in the system. The police reporting, you can integrate with CAPS or BWI Rapid or Leads Online, so it's automatic. This is where you manage your pricing for your jewelry when you price it out. Main tabs here. This is really cool. For the main tabs, if I don't offer repairs, I can hide the repairs, and you're going to see right now that the repairs are missing. If I want the checkout screen moved over to the first tile, I can do that as well. Okay, let's see, all your receipts. It's all driven by this receipt here. So if you're in some of these states that we have for Burrell's already set up, or you can do PawnMate Standard. Everything is set up in this system. Okay, I think that's it. That's all I wanted to show you. Just a quick overview. There's so much more to go in, but if you have any interest in learning more of detail of PawnMate, please let me know. Reach out to me, comment below. Hope everyone has a great day, and talk to you soon.